dying in the community of Rastafari, and we started to get careless and return to buying food from various eateries and so forth. So I hope that this conference and these deliberations will help to inspire us to revive the cultural works that we were only doing for the late 70s, 80s, to the 90s. And as the millennium creeped in, it started to assimilate forward into Babylon system. So we give thanks for this House of Rastafari to point out these things so that we could really revive ourselves. Outside, Rastafari. Dealing with collective security, you have to look at the model of UNIA, also the OAU. And now that the OAU has augmented to the African Union, the African Union have a vision. And the vision goes as vision of the African Union. The vision of the African Union is that of integrated, prosperous, peaceful Africa, driven by its citizens and representing a dynamic force in global arena. Vision of a new, forward-looking, dynamic, integrated Africa will be fully realized through relentless struggle on several fronts as long-term endeavors. The African Union has shifted focus from support to liberation movements and earns well African territories under colonialism and apartheid, as envisioned by the OAU since 1963, and the Constitutive Act to an organization spearheading Africa's development and integration. Mission and values of the African Union Commission. The mission of the African Union Commission is become an effective and value-added institution driving the African integration and development process in close collaboration with African Union Minister State, with African Union member states and regional economic communities and African citizens. I'll stop right here just to point out that what the African Union is trying to do is really, have control of their own resources and have Africa for the Africans. As you can see, Angola, implant biological warfare orchestrated by black people. You kill off the people of the land, and you have no resistance when the white supremacists come in to take our mineral resources. So I need the House of Rastafari using the patent and some of the same strategy and methodologies from the OAU, African Union, UNIA, in terms of trying to solidify a structure that we can function effectively among our people in terms of collective security. Right now, you have two presenters so far. What are you presenting? Okay. So we call now on another presenter from the King of Kings Missionary Movement, Honorable Anthony Lindo Jaboti. Article chairs has come. Warrior Rastafari.
Good night to one and all. In the name of the King of Kings and the Lords of Lords. First of all, I give thanks to be in the presence of all like-minded people that favor the righteous cause, the work of the Imperial Majesty. Yes. I could say it better than Honorable Johnny. I have to give you kudos, Johnny, because very rare that a man in Rastafari got so much talent and ability and the willingness to help. When you look at it, it's only I and I. This is all right here. We got countless Rastafaris around town who come to this faith for whatever reason they come to this faith for. But everyone have to give an account of who call on His Majesty name and who use His Majesty name to get fame, and they break their various promises. When you look in the crowd, you got a next generation. You got plenty man known as I and them who find escape clause to duck out from going to Nineveh. Rasta people is, black people is the ignorant people, and we lost under the walls of Babylon. But Rasta people come out under special calling, separate ourselves from them. They say the stone that the builder refused would be the headstone of the corner. We look around, Rastafarians is born with a lot of outcasts in the Bahamian society, even though you got a lot of people who take it fashionable to wear dreadlocks nowadays, especially the homosexuals. You know, somehow they want God's holiness to justify them in their way. But back to empowerment. We need empowerment. Nobody cares about us. Because first of all, far as they concerned, we talking foolishness. And we going on wrong to the people what we meet. But when I look at it in reality, I'm highly convinced that it's only Rastafarians who could liberate these people. They say statistics through the newscast the other day about a great percentage of the population is living below the poverty line. And a lot of that number is under the age of 25. There's a big gap between those who have in this country and those who don't have. The elders hold a gap with the younger one. This is the opportunity for Rastafarians, all who love the faith of Rastafari, to become a bridge between a generation, elder ones, generation of younger ones. Rasta got a high work to do. We got to get it done. We ain't know how we going to do it. But be positive and confident that we going to get there. Empowerment. We need a rallying point and a refuge. His Majesty said the only rallying point and refuge throughout humanity is the book. Regardless how we see the book. talk this and that and whatnot. But His Majesty is the shepherd. Back to empowerment. I as Rastafari, a lot of us got talent. I got talent as a carpenter, that's my calling. And go on route journey, you know, but I've been cabinets and I take contracts and I take seriously what you said too, you know, but we have to build our world. And in building our world, you saw the people we got. They ain't coming to help us. No politician can promise us only what God would do for us. We have to try to help ourselves as Rastafari. Mind you, we got different views about how we see Rastafari. But that ain't the point. We all in this boat together. You know? And in finding ways to empower ourselves, we got a whole generation of young Rasta children who looking forward to Rasta to help make a brighter day. You know, things ain't really what they ought to be. But like, Johnny is optimistic about it. We got to settle on the way. But now, except the Lord build a house, all our labors goes in vain. You know, we need a central authority, central what is make us come together. You know, we got to come together weekly and fellowship with one another and get to know one another personally. Now, you know, trust one another. Because where there's no love, there's no trust. You know, we can posture and pontificate and try to outdo with one another and being eloquent and all of that, but we stuck in Rastafari. We didn't make our vow. We got to try to build our world and make it bright and beautiful. We got to grow. Some way, somehow, we got to grow. We got to mature. We got to have tolerance, goodwill, understanding with one another. And we got to pool resources. How we can pool these resources? That I come up with many ideas and all is viable. And it's true with the word you say. Your own special way how you say it, brethren, talking to us, talking to whatever. I understand you. I just hope that all of us will understand each other and that Jah will give us the inspiration to give to the community. Mind you, you got you, any foreman, you might have some skill to nail one or two pieces of wood together. Trust me, send him on to me maybe by the time he's 18, 19, he might get do something that could make the plate of food and make a difference in the Rasta society. Or if he interested in any other skill, what other Rastafarians have, we have to be willing to teach the next generation how to be skillful. This also goes back to self-reliance. But we have to learn, just how we have to learn to build their world, we have to build ours. In every rich aspect, in all the health aspects, in all the every rich aspect. You know, what I can leave here tonight is one little song I learned. I learned a little simple song in primary school. And somehow, whatever reason, the song always stick with me through my choice, through my faith. And it's give me inspiration, especially when I down, things ain't waking up. I can sing it. I can sing it. The song say, we are going, heaven knows where we are going, but we're on the way. We will get there, heaven knows how we will get there, but we will be there, and it will be hard, we know, and the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. Rasta know how we will get there, but we will be there. Thank you, brothers and sisters. That's all I have to share tonight.
All right. Yes, give thanks to God for those words of encouragement and enlightenment. thinking about African Union vision, we know the Rastafari also has a vision. The structure being ratified in this third annual conference of House of Rastafari. The main object is to use the structure as a constitution that could use as the centerpiece of the registration to incorporate through the laws Commonwealth Bahamas, same way how things were done for TABIC so that we be able to obtain property. But the best thing that we could do besides farming and industry is to set up a model community that we could transfer to Africa when we repatriate. Because it's very important that Judge Orton mentioned the land appreciation of what they call it now, they take it land back, demarcation, and they mark it out to be another community. In Sheshamani, they say they are appreciating the land from Sheshamani that was given as a land grant to Rastafari. They say the problem why they're taking most of the land back is because the Rastaman did not have a charter, the Rasta community did not have a charter plan. Alright? Let me tell you what is a charter city, so you have an idea of a charter plan. Freeport is a charter city. Hong Kong is a charter city. Alright? Where a conglomerate of people or an organization approach the government, the country, like how we saw Krishna, which is not a charter city, just an investment, approach the government and got the money up front and was able to invest. But it's the same way with a charter city. You get the lease on the land for 50 years or so many years, you get incentives. That's why they call it a free port, because everything comes through a port, free for those who have that investment in the charter city. Alright? The Ethiopian government had looked for more industry from Rastafari community. And during the 40 years that we've been there, sad to say, we fell down. We was not able to set up the industrial village or the charter city that we should have. That's no reason that they should take it, but life being what it is, these are the things that are happening all over the world. In Jamaica, with a piece of Scott Pass, also being taken back. I think the money was involved in taking back part of the money. Donate to the Rastafari community. So it's happening all over. Yes, according to James Road, when he was there, he went to visit Scott Pass, and there was something in the plenum also on that spirit. Besides the pinnacle situation, I can't really say because I don't know all the details of it. But I'm saying all of this to say we have awesome, daunting task and responsibility on ourselves. Now I know so at the far right, to set a precedent where we can get a piece of land, set up proper facilities, as a better child plan that can transfer into Africa and set the base that the African government want to work with us because we will meet all the criteria. Alright?
So what about the Ethiopian World Federation?
I don't know about in most in England and I think parts of America, the Ethiopian World Federation is still functioning. Some parts.
Ethiopian World matter?
Yeah, as I said, some parts it's still functioning, some parts of the world it can't come.
Yeah, it's being revived in New York, and that time we been to last year, 98, England was very much alive. And the Ethiopian World Federation took our challenge.
Yeah, but it's up to Rastafari to consolidate all our efforts and see what we can do to revive these issues. I see our hand going up because we have a lot of performance by Jamal. Presentation. Rest Jamal.
Presentation on recycling and also Rastafari and they had a vision to enact a recycling plan which will empower and in terms of bringing forward some economics to the community. Recycling is one of the most necessary services in the modern world. As the presence of waste and high consumption are increasing annually, many commodities are relegated to dump sites which do not separate materials or exploit their potential value for reuse and recycling. The Rastafari community should be leading the voice in the fight to protect Mother Nature and the equality in which we live. The recycling of refuse materials may not represent a large profit or even a swift return, but it is free money. The reality is that in such a wasteful society, there would be a constant influx of various forms of recyclable materials, like refuse oil from restaurants, cans and assorted metals, plastics in numerous forms, as well as paper. Now, the plan that I and I really have discussed is a simple strategy. It includes plastics, metals, paper, computer parts, oils that are refuse from restaurants. The strategy is we should acquire storage in the form of containers or trailers. We should place bins in select locations for collections of recyclable materials, as in plastic containers, utensils, cans, and so forth. We should consolidate all materials at a storage area, and we need suggested sites to place a container. And we also need to acquire compaction machines for condensing the size of materials for storage, so we can compact them into smaller blocks, and then we can put them in a container and ship them all away at the same time. I know. But also in regards to food production, the president gave a presentation on farming. And I need to be able to convert these food products into other items that I may also market as well. There are many items in the grocery stores across the Bahamas which can be manufactured and grown locally. In my view, there is a huge potential for I&I to capitalize on the need for local production by choosing a few of the many food products which can be duplicated by the local producers. So I originally had come with a plan and say that we should have like a food competition, and we said we were going to begin with common jams. It didn't really materialize, but the reality is it's still a potential for I&I to also choose a few items that I&I can have in a competition, and in that way it would get ones and ones involved in the creative process by making different forms of foods, and we could choose from the best recipes among us, and then I could bring it forward into a production plan where I could manufacture particular good that we know they demand them important. So just really a few ideas that I had regarding food production and recycling that I could enact or come together and try strategize and find ways to deal with stuff. You know, but give thanks for listening here, and I can return the microphone to moderator. Respect.
All right. Let's give thanks again for the presentation. Presentation on recycling is timely because there's a lot of wasteful materials being carted to the dump sites and just stocking up and being an environmental hazard. You see the fires to the dump regularly being a hazard. You know, so recycling is a very important tool for modern day healthy living standards to really, especially our own communities, that we can practice it right in our own communities. Sad that our sister Empress Ronnie didn't come through from Freeport because she was supposed to present on using recycled material to make craft. You know, because that's what she been doing lately too. So all type of things we can do with recycled material. You know, but that is all the presenters. Do you have any more presenters? One more. Do you have any more presenters? Jabeji?
No, he's a performer.
Performer? Okay, we'll meet up now a performance from Jabeji. Out of the chairs as he comes. There's with lyrics and melody. The soul, you know? Both sides, last year, thanks and praises for all who
The band you want music from the drum,
participate.
or you want music from the set? The drum,
Dance one again.
Yes, I do no wrong. I chant redemption song. Yes, the truth of you. I just chosen
Mama
Should make it brief.
There's a poem I write the other night. I supposed to read the other night, but true. It wasn't really finished still. It's just like a simple poem called the European Dream, you know. This European dream, I wonder if it really is as crazy as it seems. The picture on the dollar is the European dream. We under the regime, the white psychology. New technologies up to my knees, the robberies. Educated with a twisted meditation. Identities lost in translation. Poverty and separation, insane miseducation. Going to sleep with European dreams. This Babylon mentality, it seems, creating insanity, far away from reality. Peace, that's it.
Yes, one and all, is there any questions? There's no questions, then I move that we seal up to the prayer. Asking all to stand and pray with us. Both sides. Last side. Glory be to our Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. God, who is in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, the word of God. Last side. Rastafari. Good, how good, and how pleasant it is. My night, brethren and sisters, together together in the name of God. It's like the precious oil upon the head and run down the bed, and you get it bed, and then down the spirit is down. You are firm enough to do that, send upon the mountain of Zion, today, Lord, command his blessings in your life. Most High, Selassie, Rastafari. As we turn to go to our separate places of the Lord, bless us and keep us in the shield and buckler of the Son of our help. These words bring forth fruit and progress for the future generations to come, born and unborn. Both sides, Selassie,